Across Colorado, our K-12 students depend on commercially supplied student educational technology products. The major vendors selling into the state of Colorado are EBSCO and Cengage Gale. This is a very short video intended to illustrate that while of course these EdTech products are important, there can be problems when commercial vendors embed retail or commercial content in them without disclosure to educators, parents, and so forth. The first few slides that I have here are going to illustrate some retail sites that were accessed by a single click through the online school libraries of schools right across the state using some of these EBSCO and Gale so-called research databases. We're seeing advertisements for magic mushrooms, for cannabis products, edibles, retail sites for buying kratom. Here, for example, this is an example for an alcohol product called Voodoo Ranger. This is a Gale research database, and in a search we found a article called Live Rangerously that is embedded with an apparently monetized link to something called Voodoo Ranger, which is a high alcohol content beer. And then, not to single out any particular school, but this is an example from the Cherry Creek School District of some of the Gale databases that are actually found across the state. And in a very benign search on Workaround, this Gale database, which actually is being made available to children as young as 13 or 14, retrieves an article called Porn Search Solved with XXX Workaround. And again, you have this apparently monetized embedded hyperlink. Now, I do remind you that these are curated collections of media. These are not the internet. These collections of media are curated at the corporate level and then sold into our state for use by intended audiences. So this is a directory, a XXX directory with dozens and dozens of hyperlinks to adult hardcore sites. It has a beginner's guide to XXX porn. It has free XXX and paid XXX and other things on here. These are all live hyperlinks. And if a child were to take the clickbait, for example, to Pornhub here, I remind you that in Colorado we do not have age verification, and these movies will begin to play with just a click. This is another example. This is the Littleton Public Schools, and they send their children, their school children, to a host of EBSCO and Explora databases for their research and homework needs. We'll be looking at Explora secondary schools here, and this is being used by children as young as 9 or 10 years old. In a search on the cosmetic industry, one of the top articles retrieved is Lipstick Lovers, and this is basically an advertisement promoting adult shopping sites and sex paraphernalia with purchase information. We've also found promotions for firearms. This is a DIY conversion for a rifle. We have found with a single click through some of the school online libraries and these EBSCO or Gale research databases. We have sports betting, online casinos. Here's Best Colorado, Play Now. Here's another example. This is a Gale database, betrivers.com, debuting online sportsbook in Colorado. And then there's a URL with a single click that the child can take the clickbait and land on these sites promoting gambling. We have nicotine products, vaping, so innocent searches that should bring up scholastic material appear to be embedded with links to retail sites, promotions, product promotions, things of that nature. And then again, not to single out any particular school, but reports of this nature have come in from all across the state. This is a very serious problem from our big cities to our rural areas, involving multiple school districts. Many school districts use these EBSCO or Gale. They're very, very popular online digital resources, curated collections. There's some other lesser known as well. But this does appear to be an issue with commercial vendors allowing content of an advertising nature to be embedded into scholastic products that are being used by school